Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to a spirit message and tip. So this has been with me all week and it is not a fixed message. So usually when I have something, I save it for the overall readings that I do, but this should stand alone because it is so helpful and I wanted to share it with you on the channel if this helps you as well or supports you in what's going on in your life right now. So this card literally came out when we did a spirit pick-me-up reading. You have divine partners working with you now on creating more abundance. And all I kept on getting was all the ways to maximize in your life. Think maximizing. Okay, so this has been over and over and over for the last couple of weeks, and I was like, let me put this on the channel. So I'm going to put it in the description box, everything, to explain everything about this message and how it transforms how you look at your life, things in your life. It inspires you to look at it as more as maximizing, because very often we think of scarcity, cutting back, and minimizing all of this. So I want to get into depth on this. It's very clear and quick, but yeah, all the ways to maximize in your life. Think maximizing. This is something to think about, maximizing. Just the very word, it's inspiring. How you can maximize in your life and what can you maximize in your life. You can feel you've been guided to think more on these lines now, even in the way you look or approach things. Think of it as maximizing, not minimizing or cutting out. Look at this closer and you will see you've been already in process of doing this. And that blew me away also, because if you get flashes right now, you've already been guided. You're in the process of doing this already. Also, it is very based in reality. So there's been real reality checks, quote unquote, reality checks on how to do this realistically and in your means and in your capabilities. So here are some examples, all the ways to maximize in your life. For example, these are actual things you can maximize. I'm just going to give you like 4 things, but there's tons of things, but it gets the ball rolling. Number 1, maximizing your space, your home, your work, your actual space in your home and work life. Number 2 is maximizing your fitness, your health. Number 3, maximizing your savings. Number 4 is maximizing your relationships. Now, each one of these are an umbrella for a gazillion things that could be popping up in your head just when I say those words. All the ways this maximizing in your life, it actually increases your emotional, mental, spiritual. I'll show you how. It all equates in some way for it to actually then be maximizing automatically more love, more peace, more support, more finances, more home space, more health, more relationships, more freedom. And so you may feel guided to do 3 things. This is what they're talking about. Number 1, clear out, clean out, and focus on what's really necessary. That's like the first step you're going to feel guided to really look at things, clear out, clean out, focus on what's really necessary. 2, revamp, modify, add, change more of what you really want and need. And number 3 is embrace new ways of maximizing. So I love how this is broken. I love that point of view and perspective. And so the questions to ask yourself, you can even ask yourself, how can I maximize in this area, and this area, and this area, right? And what does it take to do that now, really? Like based in reality, really, what does it take right now? And how can this maximize my life in some way? This is truly thinking in leaner, smarter, realistically maximizing ways. And so the ways, I mean, that was so I put that all in the description box. It sounds very simple, but it really is an umbrella for so much. And you can see in different areas that you're actually being guided to maximize because things have gotten, you can look at it in a more negative fashion, or you can look at it in a more positive. This is definitely looking at it all in a more positive. So for example, if you're not rolling in funds right now, how can you maximize your savings, right? And so then it shows how you can maximize your savings. If you're feeling cramped because we say you have to do home and work in your space, how can you maximize your space? You may be guided to really clearing up, focus on what's really necessary. And in the end, it's going to grant you, like they said, an increase automatically in the emotional, mental, spiritual space. It actually equates to whatever you maximize things or areas, it maximizes more love, more peace, more support, more finances, home, health, relationships, freedom. whatever you're maximizing, it equates to that. It's actually quite brilliant. Now, in the last couple of weeks, I've really been guided to do this in the workspace, in the home space, with my relationships. Who am I sharing my time with? Where am I giving my time, focused attention? In the space areas. And then you could be maximizing your fitness, your health, maximizing your savings. A lot of us are looking at ways, instead of saying, oh, I in negative fashion, how can I maximize my savings? And it's actually creating more abundance in all forms, even coming from a stance. I thought this was brilliant. This has stayed with me for a couple of weeks now. I'm finally getting a moment to share it. I'll put it all in the description box. But yeah, all the ways to maximizing your life. Think maximizing. Just the very word is very inspiring. So they're saying how you can maximize in your life. What can you maximize in your life right now? And you're going to get guided to think more on those lines now, even in the way you look or approach things. And you don't need this video, but you're already going to be guided. And you'll even see that you're already in the process of doing this. And it's based in reality. Now, this is a big thing too, because it's like, it's going to work. If you're getting guided to do this, it's going to work. It's, yeah, it's literally maximizing in so many areas in your life. And like they're saying, it's, for example, maximizing your space, your home, your work, maximizing your fitness, your health, maximizing your savings, maximizing your relationships. You're going to see very much a lot of modifications with that. And why? Because it in turn maximizes the emotional, mental, spirit. It all equates in some way to actually then be maximizing more love, more peace, more support, more finances, more home life, better health, relationships, freedom. And so they're literally guiding you to clear out, clean up, focus on what's really necessary. Then you're going to be guided to revamp, modify, add, change more of what you really want to need. And they're saying to embrace these new ways of maximizing. And then you can even spur it on by asking yourself, how can I maximize in this area? So instead of looking at something as not up to par or not whatever, okay, so how can I maximize it? It is such a great word to catapult. What do they call it? Like a trampoline, to jump to what could actually be hopeful in that area. Just think, how can I maximize it? How can I maximize it? Not discounting your feeling, not discounting the situation in reality. Look at it squarely and say, how can I maximize it? Think all the ways to maximize in your life and think maximizing. Oh my God, it has been so helpful. Okay, so I have now shared it. My part is done, and it's all in the description box. Yes, all the ways to maximize your life. Think maximizing. This has been the Spirit Message Tip. Take care. Bye-bye.